What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Jordan, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about music. I've been asked by a couple of my friends to teach a little bit of music theory, so that's what we'll be attempting to do. We won't be able to finish it in one video, that's for sure. There's a lot to learn about music, and probably we can cover a little bit about what's going on. So the theory that I'm going to be talking about today is universal, meaning you will be able to use this theory for any instrument that you're going to play. So it can be a guitar, a keyboard, a violin, or anything across the board will be just fine because theory remains the same. And today we're going to be using a guitar for experimenting because it's more easier to play and easier to learn as well. So I'm specifically using a dreadnought, which means a full body guitar. It does not have a cut, and that's why it's a full body dreadnought. Some guitars have a cut over here, so they can reach to the spots over here to play those really high pitched notes, and that's why most of the electric guitars have a very curvy body over here. Nevertheless, so this is my Yamaha F310. I love this guitar. It's been a blessing. So let's talk about how this guitar is, what are the different parts and components, and why you need to learn them. Yeah. So this is the body. It's shallow mostly. The kind of wood that is used to make the guitar makes a big difference on the tone. We have about 6 strings. Now these strings are tuned. Remember that the strings need to be tuned for the guitar to sound beautiful. Otherwise, it's just gonna sound very, very bad. So we'll have a complete other different lesson on tuning specifically. Nevertheless, remember that when we are counting strings, we are counting them down through up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as opposed to going from here downwards. Okay, so remember that. This is the fretboard. So this entire area is called the fretboard. This is where most of the magic happens. So these metal rings or metal clamps separate tone. So that's how you get different notes or different progressions, different sounds from the guitar. Yeah. So each fret is denoted by a number. However, to keep it easier, we'll denote the box or the little cavity that we have the area as frets. Okay. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Okay. So the farther into the guitar you go, the higher the tone gets. Okay. Just goes higher. Okay, just keep that in mind, just a breeze, because we're going to be talking about this more and more in the lessons to come. Okay, so this is the neck of the guitar, and these are the keys that using which we tune the guitar up or down. Okay, now some guitars you're going to find that they don't have this part. Those are called neckless guitars. Neckless guitars. Okay, so just a vague idea, just a brief introduction to what's happening. And let's talk about music. Let's just get into it. Okay. All right, guys. So this is where most of our music creation is gonna happen. Now, when I said notes before or chords before, what are these chords? Chords are nothing but sounds. Usually, when you're singing at at a pitch or at a scale. Now, what song? How are you going to sing it? The song obviously has a structure. There is a melody that's going on in the background. So, how do you create that melody, or how do you go about understanding that melody? Is what chords are all about. So, just like in Indian music, we have sa re ga ma pa tha ni, 7 sounds. In English music also, or the Western music, we have 7 sounds. Those are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, and this usually goes out in a circle. So after G again comes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so forth. All right, so through these lessons we're going to be talking about what are major chords, what are minor chords, sharps, flats, relative minors. So much is there to talk about. However, today we'll keep the lesson to the basics and learn what are major chords. Okay, so This is the chord A. Traditionally, A has been played like this. So to understand the way we are holding the chords, we'll be talking about strings and the frets. I leave the fingers to you. This is the most suggested fingering I'd suggest for the playing. However, you're free to choose, okay? Anything that is comfortable. So this is gonna be, remember to press tight. It's gonna hurt in the beginning, but do press tight because one string should not touch the other. Otherwise, you're gonna get a dead sound like that. And make sure you're not holding too loose, otherwise, it's gonna sound dead. So hold firm, hold them separately, and you'll always end up with a perfect chord. Okay? So we're gonna have a second string on the second fret, third string on the second fret, fourth string on the second fret. That's a chord A for you. Okay? Now, if you just slide that over to the fourth fret over here and put your index on the first string on the second fret, that's a B. Now, C is second string first fret, fourth string second fret, fifth string third fret. That's a C. That's a D. Now that's first string, second fret, second string, third fret, third string, second fret. That's a chord D. That's a E. So third string on the fourth string on the second fret, fifth string on the second fret. So that makes a E. That's a F. So this is one of the difficult chords that people usually struggle with. I struggled, I know. But once you learn it, it's all okay. So basically, we're going to be using the first index finger to press down the first and second strings at first fret, the middle finger to press down the third string at second fret, and pinky and the ring finger to press down fourth and fifth strings on the third fret. So you got to make sure you're holding all of them tight, nice and easy, and give them a ring. Okay? Traditionally, it has been played with a bar. Okay? But sometimes that's what happens. So you kind of ring it. It's difficult to play in the first two stages. So when you learn it, it's okay. But till then, this is just fine. Don't worry about it. Okay? And now we're going to play a G. This is a good example of why you should not mess with the tuning of the guitar. Like I just was trying to show you how we tune it in just a little bit before. So the tune of the guitar entirely changes. That's so much better. So that's a G. Traditionally, it has been played without the ring finger. So this is just the original G. So first string, third fret, fifth string, second fret, sixth string, third fret. However, modern day music just gives it a little more beauty, and that's just really nice. So second string, third fret, just hold that down along with all of them, and that's a G. Alright guys, so today we learned the basics of major chords, and we'll quickly play them through so you'll remember, and just play along with me if you have your guitars with you. So that's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Wonderful. So always let your guitar ring. That's the beauty of it. Now remember that only using the major chords, there are a lot of things you can play, a lot of songs that you can get started with. However, to be able to do the melody, you will have to understand chord families, and that's what we'll be talking about in the next few videos. Okay, so remember that. I hope you gained some knowledge from what we spoke today. If you did learn something new, do hit a like, and do feel free to subscribe. Drop in any questions that you might have in the comment box, and I'd be happy to get back to you. Okay, and well, that's for this class. Peace.